Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing very well. So today's video, I was just going to do like a 30-week update on how everything's going, what is going on basically, with a life update really. In all honesty, I wasn't really prepared to film this video today. I've had a really bad day. I say a really bad day, it's all relative, isn't it? Compared to some people, I haven't had a bad day, but in my little mind and world, I've had a bad day. So I was a little bit dubious whether to film this. However, one, I think it will get me out of a bad mood or out of a funk that I'm feeling today. And two, I also feel like it's really important to share all of the times, not just the good times. And I did put that on my Instagram earlier, and I've had so many lovely messages from you all asking like how I am and things like that. I hope everything's okay. Thank you for that. Like I put on there, I don't want any sympathy. This is not for attention. Everything's absolutely fine with me and baby. Just some things all come at once, don't they? I'm not going to go into too many details, but let's just say I wish I'd have won the lottery this week. No, basically my car failed its MOT. That needed lots of stuff done to it. It's Christmas, so Christmas is a really expensive time. We're having a baby in February, really expensive time, and I'm really struggling to get my maternity pay. Basically, it's a long story, but I'm self-employed and it's becoming really difficult. So I've actually hired somebody to try and help us with that, to see if I can get anything. If not, it looks like I will literally be working in the hospital basically after I give birth, which is just not what I envisioned at all. And I think it's just coming to terms with that, and it's actually something that I'm really dropping actually, is all my expectations of birth and newborn days, because I've kind of given myself a bit of an expectation of how things are going to be, and things are not going to be like that maybe, I don't know. So anyway, long story short, it's been one of them days and I'll be absolutely fine tomorrow, I'm sure. And like I say, it's all relative. Some people are having a lot worse day than I am, let me tell you that. But it's just one of them things where you just think, oh, why is it all at once? Why is it all in one day? But the main thing is that me and baby are fine. That really is the main thing. So all is good. I wanted to film this little update because I don't feel like I've done an update on here, I don't think since 26 weeks. I thought I'd do a little update because I love listening to these and watching these too. So I thought I would just film a little update for you today. I'm 30 weeks and 1 day. So I was 30 weeks on Saturday. As you can see, I'm sitting in the baby's room, which isn't quite finished yet. So like I haven't even got a cot mattress in there, and the car seat's just sitting in there. So it's a little bit messy. Watching this not from the UK, we are basically back to working from home. So Dale is downstairs working. So this was the only kind of quiet place with like a decent light that I could use. So it's a little bit messy in my background, but it's fine. It's cute. It's baby stuff. Let's get into it. So like I say, I'm 30 weeks and 1 day. So that has creeped up really quick, and I actually feel so much better now I'm in the 30-week stage. Yeah, I'm not struggling too much just yet. So yeah, I'm in a really nice stage when it comes to pregnancy. Baby is now 41.1 centimeters long and they weigh about 3.7 pounds. I wouldn't be surprised if mine weighs slightly more than that, because so when we had a growth scan at 28 weeks, baby was 3 pounds then. So I'm not sure, we're now like 2.5 weeks ahead, so I'm not sure how much more weight you would have put on, I'm not sure. But that is what the average is. They're looking really cute in there from what the apps say. And the movement is actually changed a bit, I'd say, the last few days. Not changed like in like a bad way, but like changed, like it just feels, I feel like it is running out of space almost. I don't feel like it's doing as many flips and turns and things like that. I feel like I'm getting a lot of elbows and a lot of like shoves, if you know what I mean, but I'm not getting as many like twists and turns. I do feel like that might be because they might be running out of space a little bit. My baby's all good. I had my 28-week appointment a couple of weeks ago and they were absolutely fine. They weren't worried about anything. Measuring slightly just on the cusp of being a little bit big. The growth scan, basically I think it's on the 80th percentile, which they're saying is fine at the minute, but if it goes any higher then they will have to refer me for another growth scan. But I'm not worried at all. When I had a growth scan at 28 weeks, they weren't concerned. They said everything was fine. Hopefully that stays that way. Symptoms wise, I'd say the last few weeks has been mainly achiness like backache, leg ache, leg cramps. Oh my god, the leg cramps. I can't. If you're getting leg cramps, like, I feel for you so much, because they are really, really hard to deal with, and when you're trying to stretch them out, they're even worse. So yeah, I'm really feeling for you if you've got leg cramps. Yeah, just a lot of achiness now, I'd say. Like, I've literally just got back from a walk, and by the end of it I was a little bit struggling, and I'm wearing my bump band as well. I just feel like everything seizes up a lot quicker. If I'm walking for too long, everything seizes up. If I'm sat down for too long, everything seizes up. I think I might have said that before. But yeah, I kind of need to like keep regularly moving, but then taking little breaks. It's like little and often, really. Apart from that, I feel fine. My energy's come back a little bit actually this week. It just comes and goes. I just feel like pregnancy energy comes and goes. One minute you feel fine, the next minute you feel absolutely exhausted, and you just sit down. It all comes and goes, really. So in terms of things that we've pretty much got everything we need now to start with. Baby's got 3 beds, a pram, a car seat. It's pretty much got everything it needs. So yeah, I went and got some I'll show you, they're actually here. So I actually went to Asda the other day and got a few bits and bobs, because I felt like I had all the big stuff, but I was like, I don't have any really thing for them to wear. Like, I've got a couple of nice baby grows, but I haven't got any like basics. So I went to Asda and I picked up some baby grows. They're literally just plain white ones, but they're really nice. They're 100% cotton. This one is this 0 to 3 or is it newborn? This is first size, so it's up to £9.4, but it just looks absolutely massive. I'm like, can't believe that. Well, I was £9.8, so that would have been me as a newborn fitting in that. So it's highly likely it could be my baby. Yeah, these are just Asda. I think they were £5.50 for 3, and I got 2 sets of newborn and then 2 sets of 0 to 3. We'll just see what happens really with baby. What I liked about these was they're really reasonable. They're 100% cotton, and they also have the scratch mitts inbuilt and also the feet. So I just felt like it kind of eliminated the hassle of needing socks and scratch mitts and all that kind of thing. They'll hopefully be really nice and warm in them. Also did pick up some little vests as well. I picked a few up in 0 to 3 and newborn, and this one is well, that one's 0 to 3, so that one's actually quite big, but the newborn ones just look, oh look, so tiny. I just can't get my head around it. I just don't know if anyone else is like this. Can't get my head around it. How? Like how? I just don't know. Mad. Why I've just chucked that, by the way, is because they're all in a pile ready to be washed. I'm just waiting for one more wash load to go on, and then I'm going to wash these. A bit early. Some people have said it could be a little bit early to wash them, but I'm just going to wash them, and then if I need to wash them again, I'll wash them again. I don't mind. I just feel like it'd be nice to have something in like bags, if you know what I mean. The subject of hospital bags, I put these on my Instagram the other day and everyone went mental for them. I just found them on Etsy, and they're basically like these little clear organisers for your hospital bag, and I just thought they were such a lovely idea. These are really, really sweet. So they've got lots of different things on. So this one says bodysuit, sleep suit, breast pads and nipple balm, baby hat, socks and shoes. Obviously I'm not going to bring shoes for a baby, and I probably won't even bring socks, to be honest, because they're all going to be inbuilt. But a little hat I'm going to put in there, or a couple. Yeah, mum's bath accessories. I won't go through them all because I'm going to do a separate video for when I pack my hospital bag. Yeah, basically there's loads of different organisers for different things. And I thought they were a really, really cute idea, and I cannot wait to start getting some bits in them and start feeling organised. Definitely getting to that point, excuse me, where I want to nest. But I feel like Christmas is in the way. That's how I feel. I don't know if anyone's expecting the same time me. I feel like Christmas is in the way at the minute. Like, I cannot wait. As much as I like Christmas, I can't wait for that to be over, and then I can start like nesting. Like, January is just going to be my nesting month. I'm going to paint the wall, I'm going to clean everywhere, I'm going to wash everything. I'm just going to get absolutely organised, and I cannot wait. I feel like, yeah, the busyness of Christmas and everything is just holding me back. And to be honest, it is a little bit early anyway. Although, having said that, some of you guys said you packed your hospital bags like 24 weeks, so maybe I am late, who knows. So I did actually put a question box out there on Instagram to see if anyone had any questions for me for around like 30 weeks. And you did, so I'm going to answer some of them. I'll put them on the screen here too. Somebody said, hey, this may be a personal question, but have you had the COVID booster jab, double jab, currently 27 weeks pregnant, unsure what to do about the booster, but worried about the risk of COVID in the 3rd trimester, feeling overwhelmed and unsure. So I'm double jab too. I had both my jabs in pregnancy, one when I was 11 weeks and one when I was 20 weeks, I believe. Yeah, and so I'm not eligible for the booster just yet, but when I am, I'm going to get it as soon as I can, basically. So I understand why you're unsure. I understand why anyone's unsure about getting the vaccine in pregnancy, to be honest. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say I can't believe people aren't vaccinated. Like, I think it's a really personal decision and I wouldn't blame anyone for not being vaccinated. Personally, I felt like I was more comfortable with that. I'm not really anxious at all around COVID. I haven't really been the whole time, to be honest, but knowing that I've got an extra layer of protection for me and baby, obviously with a lot of evidence coming out that it's dangerous for pregnant women, I do feel a lot more protected that I've had it. So I will be getting the booster, yeah, for sure. I'm just not actually sure when I can actually get it. Obviously it's all come out in the news this week, but I don't really know whether I can get it or not, but I will be getting it, yeah. So I totally understand why you're feeling overwhelmed and unsure, but I really think it's the best thing to do, and there's so much evidence now that it helps pregnant women and it doesn't cross the placenta, so it doesn't actually have anything to do with the baby, it literally just protects you. So yeah, it's a personal decision, but I will be getting it for sure. Somebody's asked me what is my birth plan, and in all honesty, I don't have one, and I'm not going to have one either. I have a little rough plan in my head of what I want to happen, like every pregnant woman does, and I know it, and Dale knows it, and my mum knows it because she's potentially going to be in the room too, depending on COVID visitors. But essentially, I don't have one. I would love a water birth. I would love a water birth. I would act like that. Just totally like excites me, just makes me think, yeah, I don't know, just everything about water births I would just absolutely love, especially considering that this pregnancy I've really felt like baths have just completely helped me. So I was really struggling with back pain, like really struggling, like on the verge of tears. I've been in a restaurant, sat down, went for dinner with my family, and after sitting there for like 2.5 hours and then driving like 40 minutes home, my back was in agony. So I got in the bath, instantly went, and it confirmed to me again, oh, I'd really like a water birth. However, I'm very aware that it doesn't always work like that. Water births are few and far between for lots of different reasons, so I'm not setting my hopes on them, on having one, but I would love one. In terms of like birth plan, like medical intervention, things like that, I'm not worried again. If I have to have a C-section, I have to have a C-section. If I have to have an epidural to deal with the pain, and that's what I decide to do on the day, I'll have an epidural. I'm very easy. I don't have a specific birth plan at all. I actually personally think if you do have a very set birth plan that doesn't go ahead, I really think that can really affect you, or what I've seen anyway with just friends and family and things like that. So I think going into it with an open mind is the best thing to do. However, do have some sort of an idea of what you want, and make sure your birthing partner knows too, because at the end of the day, if you're sitting there in pain, they need to know what kind of thing you want as well. But in terms of like the actual birth, that's that. But like the kind of labour, things like that, we are going to be doing hypnobirthing. We're actually going to a course in January. It's an in-person course, hopefully, providing that Boris doesn't ruin that. And sorry, I'm just stretching my leg out because it's sore. And yeah, so we are doing hypnobirthing. I've been reading lots of hypnobirthing books, and I'm really enjoying that. So I'm hoping that will really be able to help me regardless of how my labour goes, whether it's a natural birth or a C-section. So, sorry, I shouldn't say natural, I don't think you should say that. I think it's vaginal or a C-section. But yeah, we'll see. But in terms of birth plan, very open, very easy. I will take what I need at the time, and I will do what I need to do at the time, as long as me and baby are safe. That's the main thing. Right, somebody has asked me what has been the hardest part of the pregnancy. I don't actually know. I haven't really thought about this one. I think it's actually the lack of control I've found really hard. Lack of control with how you feel, your mood, your ability. Yeah, I would genuinely say for me that it's been like more of an emotional thing has been the hardest thing. Physically, I've been really lucky. I know some people aren't always like this, but like I haven't had much I hadn't had any sickness actually. And in general, I felt really well. So I can't really say anything physical for me has been the hardest. I'd say emotionally it's been hard for me in terms of, yeah, the lack of control. Yeah, just kind of like losing your ability really to like, I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but like losing your ability to like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I just think, you know, in a normal day I can get 10 things done, absolutely fine. But when you're pregnant, you can only really get 5 things done because you're so tired, or because you've got aches, or because you've got pains, or whatever. It's that kind of ability of like, oh, I just feel like I can't do things at my normal rate. But I do think that prepares you for having a newborn, because you definitely can't do things the same rate as what you would do normally anyway. So I think that's God's way of preparing me for slowing down and just accepting that everything's going to go at a slower pace and I have to just deal with it and it will be fine. Somebody has also asked me about my hospital bag contents, and like I said, I'm going to go through that in a separate video. But in general, all the normal stuff really. But yeah, I'll go through that in a whole other video because I think it'd be really nice to go through that. It's pretty much it for a 30-week update. Apart from that, that is it from me. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit rambly, I'm sorry. I just feel like it was one of them videos where I didn't really organise it very well, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'll see you all very soon. Thank you.